So we're starting with freshly washed and conditioned hair. It has been towel dried. Right now I'm working through some Main Choice leave-in conditioner. Make sure I work that all the way through the hair. Then I'm going to get my pick so that I can detangle it. This is all in preparation to dry it. The leave-in conditioner does work as a heat protectant. I do use it on a medium setting. It has 6 settings, I believe: low, medium, high, hot, cold. I got this from Walmart, about $20, I believe, but it really has made things easier when it comes to braiding my boy's hair. So I just detangled it with the dryer. It's not fully dry, but it is more manageable now. Then here I am starting to section it. I had already asked him what style he wanted. He wanted a little man bun, so that's what we're working on. The jam with the orange lid is what I just put along the part so that I can make sure that the part is straight. I do try to avoid getting it on the scalp itself though, to try to avoid buildup. So again, that's what I'm doing here, just pre-sectioning it because I already know, we're going to do it up into the braided bun. So here we are. At this point, I'm just putting it into 2-strand twists after I've already parted and detangled that section, which makes it way easier to manage later on. It keeps it from getting tangled until you get back to that area. So I also have these clips that come in really handy, but I was missing a few, so that's actually another reason I decided to 2-strand twist this time instead of actually just clipping it and keeping it separate that way. So I have the back sectioned off. Now I move to the front. As you can see, my 3-year-old is just playing the switch. That's occupying him right now. So continue to the front. Go ahead and part, section, detangle. I have this denim brush that I also purchased from Walmart, which I love. It really is great at detangling. And here we are. At this point, I'm just go ahead and separate it with the clips because it is quicker than the 2-strand twist. So I just put jam along the side of the hair there. And here again, I put it along each side of the part without trying to get it directly on the scalp itself. Last part section out, and then this is the first section I'm going to go ahead and prepare to braid. So I've got the jam. I put some of the main tail leave-in conditioner, worked that through, and then combed it with the rat tail comb. Make sure it's easy to braid. We don't want tangles while we're braiding. It does slow you down and doesn't make it look as neat. So here we are. Started with the 3 sections and I'm braiding it back. Now what I like to do is try to run my finger through to the ends of the hair so that it doesn't get tangled while I'm braiding it, because that is another thing that you have to watch out for. Okay. So this is me regular speed braiding, or the regular pace that I usually braid, just to kind of give you guys a close-up. That's what it's looked like. At the end, you want to go ahead and comb the loose hair because again, it does kind of tangle on you as you're braiding. So you want to just make sure that you're consistently combing that out. And then once you get to the end, comb it one more time and braid down the length. Now I actually put that clip there to kind of help retain the length. And then we just move on to the next braid. I went ahead and sped it up here. But following the same steps, you put the jam along each side of the part, and then repart it just to make sure it's straight. You kind of smooth that in with the rat tail comb, and then you put the leave-in conditioner, comb that out, work it through, and prepare to braid. So again, same steps. Braiding it back, and you just do that throughout the whole process. Make sure that you are getting that comb to detangle the ends of the hair before you braid along the length. And I find that, again, the clip helps retain the length because you can actually get shrinkage by the time you're done braiding the head. And that just helps because, I'm going to put that part into a bun, so I don't want it all shriveled up before we get there. Again, that's the jam. And you just make sure that you continuously detangle it before you clip that part out of the way. That way it doesn't give you any trouble as you're moving along. So, pretty repetitive. Jam, leave-in conditioner, brush it through, comb it through, braid it back. He had just came from school, so that's why he's still in his uniform. Now, as you can see, the front is done. Okay, pretty neat. Now moving to the back, and you see how easily I was able to manage this section of hair since I had already detangled it and put it in that 2-strand twist. So again, same steps here. Jam, I'm smoothing it in with the end of the comb, leave-in conditioner, comb it through. And this one, braiding up is a little more difficult, particularly when I'm trying not to get in the camera and obstruct your view. But as you can see, same process. Actually, if anything, I think the back for me is possibly a little bit easier, but of course, each person is different. So, same steps. Detangle with the denim brush. Once you do that, combing it with the rat tail comb is super easy. And same thing, braid it up. Make sure you're pulling your fingers all the way through so that you're detangling as you're braiding, because you don't want the ends of the hair to tangle up on you. You will have to stop, detangle it, start all over. So again, same thing, making sure the parts are straight and continuing with the same repetitive process. Detangle, leave-in conditioner, braid. The angle does start to get a little awkward right here, but again, I'm just wanting to make sure that you guys can see the process. I don't want to block it with my body. And we're down to the last few braids. You can see there's Toy Story playing in the background, keeping my 3-year-old occupied. Again, here we have, I think, 2 or 3 more braids, making sure we're working the leave-in conditioner here down to the last braid. Went ahead and slowed it down, or went back to the regular speed so that you can see me finish getting it off here. So that was the jam that I just put along the edges of the hair. Leave-in conditioner I'm working through now, and I've already combed it out. So here we are doing the last braid. this rubber band on my finger, that's what I'm going to use to put it in the bun. I'm not sure exactly why I decided to put it on my finger right now, but that's what that is. And so you want to make sure that you're pulling your fingers all the way through. Okay. Okay, so we're almost finished here. Again, comb out the edges or the ends of the hair before you go ahead and braid the rest of that down. And there you go. Now we've got some oil. I actually put it on the rubber band so that it won't snap. And you go ahead and put that into a ponytail, fold it into a nice cute little bun. At this point, we have the foam. I'm gonna put the information in the summary, but wrapping foam, make sure you put that all over the braid. Then I put the do-rag and blow dry. So here we are blow drying it. My 3-year-old, as you can see, didn't want to be left out. So I went ahead and put his do-rag on and gave him a little blow dry action. And here we are. Taking it off, as you can see. I mean, it looks pretty good. The shine of the wrap lotion definitely helped complete the look.